And we also saw the end of Russia in Vladivostok. It was freezing, it was windy and just unbearable, but we made it. We went to the end of Russia. I will insert the footage here as well.
Right now I'm on the very end of the continent and it's the very end of Russia. It's Vladivostok and that's the Caspian Sea. We have the Russian island and we have the end of the Eurasia here as well. And it's freezing cold here.
And then from Vladivostok we traveled to Khabarovsk. It's over here. Yeah, that's Khabarovsk. So Khabarovsk, that's actually it used to be the capital of the Far East. And but now it's Vladivostok that was founded not a long time ago. And Khabarovsk is a nice city. I don't have a lot of footage from it, but I will show you some of the pictures. And you know, Khabarovsk, I think, was the first city where we drank a lot of tea. I will tell you about it a bit later. But basically, Khabarovsk has a really nice embankment. It has a nice river and it's just a city of a huge population. That's why you can see a lot of nice cafes, a lot of museums, and basically a nice city to just walk around and see how people live over there. Usually when the city has a population of over 1 million, we can say that it has a lot of life, there are a lot of people, a lot of cafes, a lot of places to go, so life is just rolling over there. And Khabarovsk, although it has only 600,000 people, it looks like a city of 1 million population. It doesn't look like a small city because, like in 200,000 people cities, it's usually really sleepy, lazy, and nothing is actually going on around. Khabarovsk is not that. Khabarovsk is nice. And then we traveled to Birobidzhan. Birobidzhan is actually the capital of Jewish Autonomous Oblast. That is the only region of that kind, just because usually we have autonomous regions, we have republics, but we don't have autonomous oblast. That's the only one in Russia. I don't know why I thought that it will be interesting for you, but it's just what it is about this region. And it's over here. Let's scratch it out as well. Yes, I'm using the fork for that because I don't know why, because it's easy. It's really a small one over here. Yes, Moscow and Europe is still over here, and Moscow is here. This region is actually as small as Estonia, and again we are measuring our regions in other countries, but that's how it is. And basically Birobidzhan is like, remember I've told you about Khabarovsk, that it's not a sleepy town. Birobidzhan is actually like this. There are not a lot of places to go. The main site of the city is actually the synagogue, because it's again the Jewish region. And also the restaurant by this synagogue is considered to be the best restaurant in this city due to TripAdvisor and other ratings. That's a really nice restaurant. Unfortunately, we didn't have a proper meal there, but I do recommend this restaurant because it's nice and it's tasty, and you can actually eat the proper Jewish meal over there, the one that is prepared by kashrut. Later we traveled to Blagoveshchensk. Blagoveshchensk is actually not on Trans-Siberian Railway, it's a bit on the side, but it's a really interesting city to visit. First of all, because the whole region is here, and Blagoveshchensk is somewhere over here. And a really nice touch of the city is that you can see China over there. I will also show you some footage, and China is really close, and you can like see it, and there is the frozen river that you can just cross.
Where do you think I am? Can you see behind me? That's China. That's really close to China, and it's literally 2 kilometers by the frozen river. The river is Amur, as far as I know, probably. And there is China. And we are right now in Blagoveshchensk. This is the Russian city in Siberia. Okay, it's not Siberia, it's the far east of Russia, and we are right now here in Blagoveshchensk. You can see the huge Russian flag over there, and the embankment of Russian city that overlooks China. And Blagoveshchensk is a pretty small town, and it's freezing.
And I wanted to tell you about tea in this trip. I remind you that it was around 22 minus degrees Celsius over there. It was really cold and windy. That's why most of our time in Blagoveshchensk we spent in the cafe drinking tons of tea, because it's cold, because we are Russians. We tried every kind of tea over there in the cafe. But I can say that Blagoveshchensk is pretty city with really nice architecture. They have a lot of streets where you can just walk, and like over there you can already see some life, because by the way, in those regions you can't see proper supermarkets that we have here in Moscow and in the European part of Russia, those federal chains of supermarkets. And in Blagoveshchensk some of them actually already are. So I'm just like looking at Russia at the point of where we can. So here is Moscow, where we can see supermarkets, and then after some distance from Moscow, you have no chains like Petersburg and Birobidzhan. Those are the main chains over here. And then we took a train trip to Chita. Let me show you. So from Blagoveshchensk, we traveled to Chita. Chita is over here. And that's a region that has a lot of national touch, I would say, just because a lot of people who live in Chita are Buddhists. That's why they have the Buddhist Datsan. And you know, it's kind of weird, just because I'm used to seeing those Buddhist temples in Thailand, in some Asian countries, and over there it's hot. You can see the nature of those climates. But here you can see some mountains covered with snow. You can see roads covered with snow, pine trees covered with snow, and Datsan. It just looks so really nice and unusual for us.
It's -3 today. After -21, it's so hot here, you know. Whew.
By the way, look at the size of Yakutia. Just look at it. And now look at France. There is the joke that European countries really don't like when we measure our country in their countries. Like, for example, I think in Yakutia there are about 7 of France's. That's how Russia is big. And then we traveled to Baikal, the lake Baikal. Here it is. So we came to Ulan-Ude, the capital of Buryatia, and visited Baikal at winter. It was my dream, you know, and it was totally worth it. I will show you it in a different video because it's the biggest fresh lake in the world, and it's, I think, one of the most beautiful lakes, at least in my opinion, and it's just mind-blowing how beautiful it is in winter. I really dream about visiting it in summer as well, but in winter it's phenomenal. Look out for my new video about Baikal. I will show you a lot of Buryatia and a lot of Lake Baikal. Have you got any questions about Russia? Leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification button, and follow me on other social media, links in the description below. And see ya!